Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I upload new videos at least once a week, but since it's fall now and tea season is in full swing, I've been uploading even more frequently than that. So now is a great time to subscribe to stay on top of all of my new videos. For today, we are going to be taking a look at Full Moon Chai from Plum Deluxe. You know the drill. Let's get our tea steeping before we get into the ingredients. All right, now we can set it to the side, let it steep for a while, and check out the loose tea. Plum Deluxe is a really cool brand based in Oregon in the United States. They're all about like positivity, gratitude, things like that. And I really feel like those good vibes come through in their teas. They have some really awesome stuff. I was really intrigued by the name of this tea. I'm sort of trying to feature a lot of chais this season because it's chai season. Everyone wants that like warming, comforting feel of a chai tea right now when the weather is like gloomy and it's changing. And this one's called Full Moon Chai. I love full moons. I feel like whenever a full moon is coming, that's when I'm sort of at my best. I was born on a full moon, so I loved that, and I had to find out like what was special about this chai. So let's go ahead and check out the ingredients. It says, enjoy a delicious transformation. And the ingredients are all organic, and it's black tea, cardamom, ginger, clove, cinnamon, and vanilla butternut extract. And it says to steep 1 teaspoon in boiling water for 5 to 6 minutes. I always use my David's Tea Perfect Spoon, even if it's a different brand besides David's Tea, just because like I find that it takes the guesswork out. You get a consistent cup of tea every time. This is 2.5 teaspoons, so it's like 2.5 times what Plum Deluxe recommends. But if you like a stronger cup of tea, especially if you're using like a big cup like this one, you might wanna use a little bit extra. One thing I'm not super crazy about is the fact that they sell their teas in clear containers. I prefer to keep out all the light and all the air because it'll stay fresher longer and it won't start to lose any flavor as long as you don't expose it to the light or air. So the Ziploc bags, I mean, it's a thick plastic and it is like sealable. So I know like no air is getting in there. It's completely airtight until you like crack it open, but you are getting the light in there. This smells really wonderful. I think the thing that makes this different than your run-of-the-mill chai is the vanilla butternut extract. And I guess I kind of smell it. It does smell kind of sweet. So I do see that like vanilla thing. It smells like a vanilla chai to me. So I'm hoping that that butternut flavor really comes right through in our cup. Another thing about Plum Deluxe is they don't use full cardamom pods. And you know how I love cardamom pods. I love to be able to see the ingredients. But I do see a lot of cloves in this, which is exciting. I feel like a lot of teas that have cloves, they kind of try to go light on the cloves because a lot of people do find them a bit overpowering. I like strong flavored tea, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, I definitely see plenty of cloves, which are so beautiful. I always think of cloves as like, you know, around Christmas, my family never did this, but I see it on like Pinterest and stuff, but like the oranges and they like stick the cloves in. I always think of that. So I always think of like the holidays and like festivities and cool stuff like that. So I like that I can see so many cloves. Let me show it to you on the plate all spread out. Look at all of those. This tea smells like really powerful. Like sometimes with brands that aren't David's Tea, I find that like they taste and smell a lot lighter than the teas that I'm used to from David's Tea, but this definitely smells like it's gonna really like pack a flavorful punch. So let's see, I definitely see the black tea. Cardamom, we talked about. It's not in pods, it's like ground. So I'm not sure which of these pieces are the cardamom pieces, but I do kind of wonder why they choose not to use the whole pods and why they just use pieces. I guess I would think that maybe it would be a little more flavorful that way. Like, I like to see the ingredients, I like to see the cardamom pods, but it kind of makes sense why it would be more beneficial to grind them or have them in like pieces, because the cardamom pods, I'm not sure how much of the flavor is in like the actual outside of the pod. So if you like cut it or break it or however they process it, maybe it exposes more of like the actual like flavor when the tea steeps, because if it's smaller little pieces and it's broken up, it could maybe disperse better than it would if it's in the pod. So I guess I'd be kind of curious to hear from them why they do it that way when like other brands do it a different way. I'm always intrigued by all the different ways you can like make tea and like use ingredients. It's really cool. So I'm gonna go on Plum Deluxe's website and see if I can find any information about this tea. All right, Full Moon Chai. On here it says that it's also known as Vanilla Butternut Masala Chai. Full Moon Chai was one of our original blends, now back with even more creative energy. We've taken our classic signature masala vanilla chai tea and added a splash of vanilla butternut extract. This simple twist adds a depth, warmth, and vibrancy to your traditional chai and also gives the flavor a hint of sweetness and creaminess without having to add lots of sugar or milk, though we do like this blend prepared as a traditional masala chai or chai latte. It makes a great pairing for those indoor days where you need something warm and comforting. It's also a lovely companion for those moments when you need a high caffeine blend to give you focus and momentum, and it's even good for a delicious chai cocktail or 3. So Plum Deluxe uploads like a lot of really cool recipes, and they do have one for a chai cocktail. I can definitely picture that being an awesome drink to try for Christmas. So if I remember, I'll link the recipe below. Unfortunately, I don't drink alcohol, so I'll just be drinking hot chai teas for Christmas time, but if you do, you might want to try it. Oh, and this is kind of cool. Under the preparation instructions, it says because we use the freshest ingredients, you can steep your tea twice for a second cup. So you can re-steep this tea, which you can with any tea, but you know, it loses some flavor and some caffeine content every time you do that. But I mean, they suggest it, so we're not ruling it out here. And suggested uses: steeps up a wonderful cup by itself, and great with a splash of honey to bring out the creamy vanilla notes. Whip it into a chai latte, a cocktail, or even a tea-infused quinoa recipe. That is so cool. Tea-infused quinoa? How interesting is that? I feel like Plum Deluxe also has a lot more information on their website than they have on their packaging. They even have less than David's tea. All it said on here was, enjoy a delicious transformation. So I think that's kind of a reference to like werewolves, how they transform under the full moon. And if I'm not mistaken, when this video goes up, I think there's a full moon that same night. So this is perfectly appropriate. I have tried another chai before from Plum Deluxe. It was called Stargazer Caramel Mate Chai. And the first time I tried it, I was like, this is a little light for me. But then like as I started to drink it more and like let it steep even longer, like sometimes I would let it steep like an hour because it was a mate and it wouldn't oversteep and it would just get so delicious. I was really drawn to that tea because it was called Stargazer Caramel Mate Chai. And I mean, even if it was just called Caramel Mate Chai, I probably would have been intrigued because I really like mate and like, I mean, who doesn't love a good chai every now and again? But the fact that it was called Stargazer was really like cool, and this one's called like Full Moon, and I really love that kind of stuff, like the moon and the stars, so it's a really cool theme. But I think we are probably about good to steep. We have this beautiful chai color. I'll go ahead and remove that infuser. All right. Smells like a chai. So what I'm hoping to get out of this is I'm really hoping to taste that vanilla butternut extract, just so there's something that makes it different than your everyday run-of-the-mill average chai. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. I feel like I am getting a little bit of that butternut flavor. I mean, it's good because it tastes like an awesome chai. And it definitely is on the sweeter side. It's still a really nice punch of spice. Like I'm still getting like the cinnamon and that strong clove like I knew I would. But it definitely has like sweeter tones to it, like sweet undertones. It's not like a punch you in the face spicy chai. It's like a pretty balanced sweet and spicy chai, like pretty much how a chai should be. So I'm not sure that I would say this is like the best chai I've ever had, but it's definitely an awesome chai. But I mean, I sort of taste undertones of butternut and vanilla, but I do kind of wish that it was like over the top butternut. You know, like with all the cloves and the cinnamon, like those are really strong flavors, and black tea. I was kind of hoping that the butternut would be like very, very strong. And I mean, it's there. It's definitely in there. But it's more just like a note, you know, when sometimes you'll drink like straight teas, like a black tea, and you'll be like, oh, there's like chocolate notes, or there's citrus notes, you know, and like with coffee, that it'll taste like just a straight coffee or like a straight tea, and you're like, oh, there's notes of citrus, or there's notes of like, there's woody notes. I feel like I'm just getting like a note of the butternut and not so much like a flavor. Like this has cloves in it, so I taste it and I'm like, tastes like cloves, tastes like black tea, you know, but I'm getting like a hint, like a light note of butternut. But overall, this is a nice like sweeter side of chai, and I appreciate that. This is gonna be so hard because I have so many chais to try, and I do wanna make second videos on some of them, like with latte versions, but I just don't think it's gonna be possible to do all of them. So I'm gonna have to pick and choose. But I mean, of course, every chai would make an awesome latte, unless it's like a terrible chai, and I don't think I've ever had a terrible chai. Yeah, it's really good. It's really nice. It's nothing like crazy, like it's not, like if I didn't know that this was called like full moon chai or that it had butternut in it, I don't know like how, if I'd really suspect anything, like if I'd be like, oh, this has butternut, like I don't think I would know. I think I would just think this is a good chai. It's just a sweet, awesome chai with like a little tiny buttery note in it. So I mean, it's good. It's a good tea. And I guess it'll depend, like if I would buy it again, depends on what I think of the other chais I'm gonna try, because I do have one more from Plum Deluxe that I'm gonna try. I think between this and the Stargazer Caramel Mate Chai, I think I would pick the Stargazer Caramel Mate Chai because you could taste like the caramel notes and the chai, and it's a mate, so you're getting like that nice burst of energy, and I just really like the taste of that one. This one is really good too, but it is kind of like just a masala chai, like your average chai. It doesn't have as much of that butternut as I was expecting. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of Plum Deluxe's Full Moon Chai. I am a Plum Deluxe ambassador, so if you want to buy anything from Plum Deluxe, if you use the links that are in my description box, I get a little bit of money to use towards more tea, so it really helps me out to continue to make videos for you guys. So I see that you use them, and I really appreciate that you click those links and help me out. And I hope you guys are enjoying the tea that you bought. Let me know if you bought from Plum Deluxe and what you think. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.